Is it 1:46? I know we're a little bit late today.
1 minute.
1 minute late? How come you made us all late, Kate? Kate, Kiari, which one of you made us late? Is it not going? There we
Bunny
go.
of the week.
Bunny of the week. Checkers? Is it same right?
Yeah, checkers.
Checkers. All right, that's enough. So yesterday, well, first of all, actually, I want to do a little bit of housekeeping right up front. So those of you guys who might be new to our show, this is a live show. Now what that means is there are tons of interruptions. There are sometimes off-topic ideas or discussions as well. And if you're okay with that, you are more than welcome to stay. This whole show is about me teaching my girls how to make jewelry, and I'm allowing you all to join in and watch. If you do join in and watch, I mean, at this point we are now into 51 episodes. For you to get that kind of education from me
51.
would probably be well over $1,000. 51.
Oh.
Yeah. So I'm glad to share the information with you guys, but the comments about about all of the interruptions and everything like that, well, it's a live show. It's not an edited version or anything like that. So if that's not your thing, then I would highly suggest you check out some of the other playlists that all have recorded videos that do not have any of those interruptions.
Thank you for the unicorn puppies.
You know, hang on, I'm talking. That's what they're talking about, your interruptions.
I just showed them
I know,
the bunny.
but still. So that I'm just going to put that out there right now, because yes, I do continue to get comments about how it's really difficult with the girls and how I should shoo them out of the studio. But really, it would be you guys that I would be shooing out of the studio, because this is their time and this is their education and stuff. So, and stuff. We're going to do and stuff.
Yep.
But for those of you guys who enjoy this, we welcome you back. We're glad to have you here, interruptions and all. So, and I have to admit, it's kind of fun to have a lot of that interaction between each other with the chats and everything like that. So I'm glad to have it. We enjoy it here in the studio. It makes it a lot more fun for all of us as well.
Are we going to show them?
Yes. So let me recap with what we were doing yesterday. Yesterday, Kate finished up her 2 flowers.
Yesterday was 50 days.
50 days, I know. And so we are going to be announcing the winner of our giveaway. Crap, where did I put our list? I think it's still sitting over there. All right, we have, with all the extra entries that we put in and everything like that, because we gave everybody extra entries if you did like a super chat or a super sticker, and then if you also came back and commented on the video after it was posted.
A lot of entries.
Well, we have 47, so it's not too many, but there's 47 entries.
I think it would have been funny if there was 50 entries.
Oh, that would have been amazing, huh? Louise, I know, 51 days, you know, and this whole quarantine thing was supposed to be what, 14 days? Right?
Yeah.
Yeah, well, we all knew it wasn't really going to be 14 days. I always figured that they would give us 2 weeks and then say, okay, let's do it for another 2. Okay, let's do it for another 2.
Okay, let's do it for
As long as they go back to school in the fall, we're good. We're totally good.
What if they don't?
Oh, then I'm dead.
Then what will we do?
Look at Tom sent you another $3.
What is it? What is
Okay,
it?
so let's see. So he's all woo, 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 woo. Can you do it, Kiari?
It's like,
It's here.
Oh, Felix, you bought your first bench pin, huh? Curious to see how it works out. You know, matter of fact, speaking of bench pins, yesterday after the video was done, I taught Kate and Kiari. Well, Kate's had this skill before. She needs to work on it some. But Kiari's turning out to be quite good at it. I had them sit down, and what did we do? We did a saw. Well,
calling it soldering.
Yep, it's not soldering. It was working with a jeweler's saw,
Yeah.
right? Also called piercing. All right, and this is what, so this is from one of my classes that I teach, and I create this little 3x3, I can't even get that to go back in, 3x3 paper that has all these different little shapes on here or whatnot. I don't know how that one goes back in there. maybe like that. Anyway,
Here,
so
I got it.
it's okay. We don't have to put it back in anyway. But anyhow, so I showed Kiari how to hold the jeweler's saw. And she hasn't, like today she learned how to put a new saw blade in, but not quite there yet, are we? We're not quite good at that. But, and then this afternoon, so hang on, yeah, there you go, just go ahead and leave it. So yesterday I had her cut a straight line. So she cut these lines. You guys, look at how good those are. She's 9. She's 9 years old. And this is her first time doing this.
Yes.
So that was one. Okay, and then today she pulled it out and, you know, is trying to figure out how to turn the corners and make those nice and tight.
Look how good I did.
You did an amazing job, Sweet Pea. You did amazing. All right, and then she was working, so actually let me show you this. So let's see if we can, I don't know if you guys can see this really well or not. Wrong way, there we go. So that goes there and that goes there.
It's a puzzle.
It is a puzzle. So this is the one that she started with. And you can kind of see that, I don't know if you guys can actually see it or not, but the peaks are kind of rounded. I don't know if you guys can see that. Hopefully you can, but they're kind of rounded. No, I know you didn't try to, but you also didn't know how to turn the corners. But this is where she learned how to turn the corners. And they're not quite, they're not, yeah, they are a bit sharper. They're not quite as round.
Yeah.
So that's pretty darn good, Kiari.
Can I go back to
yes, you can sawing. Yes. What are you gonna saw next?
No, she can saw.
You gonna saw the
star.
You gonna saw the star?
Or should I start?
You can do either one.
I think the star looks easier.
You think so?
Okay, I'm gonna take these.
All right, you can take those. All right, here, you can take these two with you so that they're not here on this bench and you can keep it all together. All right, there you go.
And then I'll put it back together so as a puzzle.
Yeah, it is kind of a puzzle. So, and that's what this whole thing is about, and it has been so exciting to see the girls do all of this. By the way, I wanted to tell you guys thank you so much for the support that you gave with the super stickers and super chats. People, like some YouTubers make a ton of money on YouTube. I don't. You guys doubled what I make in a month on YouTube with all of my videos. It's crazy. So we really appreciate it. And we decided that what we're going to do with the money that we earned, each of the girls get a percentage of it. And then we bought some fun stuff for one of our upcoming projects. With the rest of the money, we bought some Pearl X pigments. So we are going to be working with those and putting them into resin. So one of our next projects that we are going to come up with is a box pendant that they have to pierce out the top, which was why I got them started doing the sawing and the piercing yesterday, because they have to pierce out the top and then we'll fill the box with the pigmented resin. So that was thanks to you guys for your support. And that's what we've done with it.
We bought it before we got all of this stuff.
Yeah, so, but it helps. So what we're going today, Kate, go get your piece out of the tumbler, your pieces. So we need both of them. So today, what we are going to be doing is Kate is going to be setting her stones. Now we talked a little bit about the thermal lock that I get from GRS, and a lot of times what I'll do is I will actually warm this up in the microwave and get it really nice and soft. Okay, and I'm not going to go to the microwave because it's upstairs. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to heat this up with a heat gun, and I'm just going to heat up the surface, and then we'll press her piece into the thermal lock, and that's going to hold it. And then we are going to put it into the graver vise or the ball vise, and it makes it a little bit, I cannot talk today. I don't know, my mind is all over the place today. But anyway, it makes it a little bit easier to hold when you're trying to set those stones, especially for Kate, where she's still a little bit newer to setting those stones. Because a lot of times what I'll do is I'll just set it on my bench pin, and then I can take my bezel pusher or the rockers or anything like that. Did you break the blade? You broke the blade, I heard it.
Yeah.
Well, then bring it over here. So,
Me?
no. Well, if you want me to load another blade for you, you are going to have to bring that over here.
What size is it?
Just bring all of the saw blades. Bring them all. So there's too many things. So
Maybe it's because I'm accidentally pushing too hard because that's kind of
well,
what happens.
and that's what happens when
It happens when I'm trying to turn.
yes, that is when it most often happens.
Yeah, because
So, but I will tell you what. After this, after you do this little piece right here, if you can pierce
getting
out
started.
a whole design that I give you, I'll give you $10 if you can do it without breaking a blade. So, all right.
I'll try.
And as soon as you can pierce out a whole piece without breaking a blade, I will give you $10.
What piece?
I don't know. We'll come up with something good for you. All right. Okay, so we
A
have,
whole ton of turns.
what's that?
Don't give it a whole ton of turns.
Don't give it a whole ton of turns.
Like a few turns, I'll be fine.
This is actually looking really good.
With a whole
it's gotta have a whole ton.
Yeah.
So it's kind of funny. Kate, look what's in here. Look, we have little spikes. So the pins from our shot, because our piece is layered,
Maybe we should block it up.
so we're gonna have to use some pliers or something like that to get this out of here. Hey, look at this. Look what you got today. Look.
Yay! Number one pin! Number one pin!
Yay, Sherry. Thank you so much. You want to try it with the tweezers?
You want the bigger one? Bigger.
So, yay, number one fan. You want to try that? Pull it out and see if you can get it. Okay, so, and I knew that this would be kind of an issue. Did you get that one? Okay, here, you take these and go wash these off and dry them really well, please. And then, let's see, here's a paper towel. Yeah, so go wash those off, please. Maria, I look tired today. I am tired today. I could totally use a nap. We decided, well, I decided, the girls didn't decide, they just get to go grudgingly along with me. I decided that because since quarantine, go take that over to Kate and have her rinse this off. Bless you. Bless you.
You guys should just join me for some ride.
There you go.
Get a lot more fun.
All right, go ahead and go take that over to Kate so she can wash that off.
Explosion.
Was that an explosion?
It sounded like it.
Oh, you're so silly.
Like a kid. Or a guy going.
Nice. All right, so I'm about to slaughter your name, and I totally apologize for this. And I don't know if it's Kasim or if it's Kasim. Sorry, but you said that you're from the Highlands of Scotland, which one day I'm totally going to come and visit you. Okay, go put that back over by the soldering bench, please. I will in just 1 second. So, but anyway, you said that your boy helped you to saw a piece of brass for a cuff today. Isn't it so much fun when your kids start to get into this? It's kind of exciting. At least I'm enjoying it. So, all right, what I'm doing here, I need a garbage can. Kiara moved my garbage can all the way over there. Will you please bring that? Here, and throw this away while you're at it. It's the broken blade. Hold on, there's 2 pieces there. There you go.
I know, I was trying to hold on to it.
I know. Okay, but anyway, so I love having that. I love to see the girls, you know, in here in the studio with me. And it you know, staying on track, that's really hard for me too.
That's
What is
that?
I don't know why it set an alarm for 2. Anyway, you have a cello lesson at 3, so in 1 hour. So we need to make sure we watch the time. So what I'm doing is let me actually show you guys what I'm doing here. All right, Kate, to switch to that bottom camera, please. So I'm loading up her saw blade or saw frame for her. Now, my go-to blade is a 5/0. Whoops. And usually I do this on my bench pin. So it's a 5/0. Okay. Your saw blades are rectangular in shape. All right. And there we go. And your teeth, you want your teeth to point up, well, out for one, and then you want them to point down towards the handle, okay? Because that way, then when we come down, it will actually cut. Oh, Kasim, I said it. I'm so glad I said your name properly. Woohoo! We like that.
First time?
Yeah, the first time. At least I think so. I don't know. I said it 3 different ways, so at least I had it right one way. Okay, so what I'm going to do.
Something sticky on it.
Yep, you did. That's okay.
No, I didn't.
Okay, I didn't.
There before.
Shh, you're interrupting.
Okay, girl.
Squirrel for sure. Look what you got from Anna. That's an awesome one.
Again?
again.
$14?
No.
Well,
yeah,
somebody gave us a unicorn before.
Oh, a long time ago.
Yay.
Right? Oh, hang on. Here, Anna, she's going to give you a unicorn salute. Come give a unicorn. Thank you guys so much. Thank you for your support. We appreciate it a lot. You have no clue. It really helps. It helps to buy new things for the studio, different materials and stuff like that. So thank you.
There we go.
Okay, let me show you back here too. So yes.
Don't have horns in the back of their head.
What?
She was like this.
Oh, you had a horn in the back of your head?
Make it look like it's popped out, but if I do, you can see.
All right. So here's one thing that we did a little differently. This is these are called a green lion saw. The only place that you can get these is on AutoFry. Now, if you guys ever want one of these, let me know because I have a discount code for AutoFry that you can use, and it'll take off 5%. Not huge, but it usually pays for shipping. So anyway, this is the green lion. I like this one because it's got a nice deep throat. Green lion. L-I-O-N.
Like a lion, like lion.
Yeah. Yes. Just like that. But I like it. It has the deep throat. It's thin. I believe that this is aluminum, so it's nice and lightweight and it's rigid. And what we're doing is we're going to put our blade in here. We want to make sure that those teeth point out and down towards me. And you can tell that by when you run your finger on it, it should kind of catch your finger. Yeah, don't push hard. But anyway, so then I need to collapse the throat of my saw frame, and I'm going to tighten this up. And then we want to ping it. That's a nasty ping. That is a bad one. So we need to go in and make it a little bit tighter. I'm not liking that ping. All right, there we go. That one's better. Okay, so now I want to be careful because I don't want to make it too tight, but I don't want to make it too loose either. If it's too loose, I know. If it's too loose, then it is going to be, oh, look at that. Hang on, we're on the wrong camera, ding-a-ling.
Another unicorn.
Thank you, Nikki. We appreciate that. And Kasim, you know, you are so right. Not only doing it with kids is brave and difficult and a whole new level that I've never done before, but kids with ADHD, that's something entirely different, huh? Because you have, her thoughts are like everywhere and she's so much energy. Okay, here is this. You are ready to go. All right. Okay, be very careful. So when your saw blade is too loose, it doesn't have enough rigidity to actually make any turns or anything like that. The other thing you want to keep in mind when you're doing any kind of piercing, yeah, you don't want to push it. The only thing that you are there to do is to move that saw frame up and down. That is your only job. And then to guide your piece that you're cutting. That's it. You don't push, you don't turn, you don't do any of that. You go up and down, up and down, up and down. Once you've got a good feel for that, then you can begin to maneuver things around so that you can see things better, you can hold them a little bit better, but that's kind of what you want to keep in mind, is that just up and down, up and down. That's going to look pretty cool. Okay.
Yellow because there's stones there.
What's that? Oh, is there? Oh, you put the stone behind it? I see. So what we're going to do is we are going to warm up this, what is it called? Thermal lock. I need a nap. I need a nap for sure. I need a nap. Yes. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to put it here in my block. So what I did was I warmed it up the first time and I got this little tab put on here. There's a little fixture from GRS that you can get and it allows you to create like these little tabs down here. Aw, Bobby, you are so sweet. Thank you. So she sent us a super chat, but she didn't give us any little icon. So come here. Come here, Carrie. Oh, you stay there. You just keep working. She's concentrating so hard. So come here. We'll do our little bow. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Okay, so back to this. We are going to warm this up. And to do this, I'm just going to use a heat gun. This is one that I just picked up from the scrapbook aisle. Yep, celebrate it. Yeah, I think I picked it up over at Michael's. I used my coupons. So, Kate, what I want you to do is you are just going to warm up the surface of this. Here you go.
go get the thing first to the giveaways so we don't forget about them?
Yep, so you do this and then I'll go get that giveaway file. So yeah, so you want to warm that up. Now keep it moving because you don't want to hold it in one spot so that it, you know, burns it. We don't want to burn it, but right, we just need to soften it up a little bit so that we can get our piece into it. Let's see. Okay, so warm up here and stuff like that too. So just kind of work your way around it. And it's not going to take very long, but it will take just a sec. Which one do you want to do first, the cherry blossom or the daisy?
Daisy.
You want to do the daisy first? Okay. And it actually came out really well with all the reticulation that we added. Like we did a little bit more yesterday, but we still could have done some more. All right, go ahead and stop for a sec. Yeah, that's great. So now, while it's warm, what we're going to do,
Press the daisy in.
yeah, we're just gonna push it in. And I don't even have to get it in like everywhere, but I'm going to just kind of push out a little bit. See, I want this to hold into place.
So you want to push the gray stuff over some of it.
A little bit, or make it so that it really fits up against it anyway. All right, so we don't have quite enough yet.
Then you need to get a smaller one.
What's that? A handy size for a heat gun. Yes, this is a nice little handy size, but it's also very lightweight. You know, it's not one that's going to be heavy duty. Like I have another heat gun, and it works fantastic. And it's a little bit bigger. It's almost the size of a hair dryer, and it gets a little bit hotter as well. You think that's big, a hair dryer for a heat gun? Yeah, it is kind of big, isn't it? So. All right, I'm just trying to make sure that, and it gets warm, so we gotta be careful.
I almost burnt myself one time with that.
Did ya? All right, let's do this.
I can't really burn myself much with it right now.
Okay, so let's try to put this there. That's a much better, it goes in much better this time. So what I'm going to do is just kind of coax some of this up and over some of these. Yay, Suzanne, we're so glad you're home. Welcome to our show.
This end was kind of curved. This one.
Was it kind of?
It kind of curved.
Oh, you did an awesome job on this star, Kiari. Check this out, you guys. Look at that. Look at that star. Kiari, I think you are going to be a piercing pro. She started yesterday. I don't think I was that good the first time I did it, especially on those corners. Way to go. Oh, Frank, you know, I'm not going to say it because you have not bothered to tell me why you want me to say it, so you might as well stop commenting because it's just not going to happen. Sorry, bud.
I mean, he didn't tell you to say it this time.
You know? Yeah. Well, he did. Well, no, he doesn't, but I'm not going to say it anyway. 3221 50. There's some numbers for you. Okay, so now we have this set in here. And Kate, I am pretty sure this one we do not need to raise the stone. We checked that pretty thoroughly. Where is your stone? There it is.
There.
Okay, so what I want you to do is I want you to come and put it into place. Or not. So this one is a little taller stone. Does it fit in there? Is it not fitting? Oh, is it in there? There you go. It's in, right? Yeah, you're in. Oh, that is a beautiful fit for that. Look at the stone, you guys. And I wish you guys could see this stone. This is one that I picked up. My husband and I took our oldest daughter to Indonesia about 11, so she's 20 now, so 11 years ago, because she was 9 years old at the time. Kate was only, I did. Kate was only 2. So
rude.
I know, darn it. But this stone actually has kind of a star reflection in it. I have no idea what the stone is because the guy that sold them to me, he's the cutter, and I bought some amazing stones from them. But on this, he kept telling me everything was amethyst, and I don't think so.
No.
Because every color was amethyst. Purple, blue, red, green, and yellow, they were all amethyst and orange. So I have no idea what the stone is, but I do know that it's got that beautiful star in it, and it looks like jelly. It's just the most vibrant yellow.
If anyone could figure out what it is, they could tell us.
Yeah, so no, it'll be good. All right, so Kate, what you are going to do, is you are going to set your stone. Now, where do you start when you have an oval stone? Hold it.
Tip.
Yes, you want to start at the shorter points, right? Now remember, when you come in, you want to come in at that 45. Now hang on, because look, you put it up against your back plate. If you put it up against your back plate, it's going to scratch it. But when we come in here, we want to come, yeah, you want to be careful. So let me show you how I hold this. So when I'm doing this, I'm going to put my hand right here, rather than out here where I have no control. See that? That's why you slipped. But if you come in and you place a finger here or something like that, then you can come in and push up against that stone. And you don't have very far to go. And if you slip, it's not going to slip very far, right? And then you're going to come over here and you're going to do the same thing on that side. But the main key is to get your hands stabilized. I don't know if it's a lemon quartz or not. It very well could be a lemon quartz, Yvonne. I'm not quite sure. So again, yep, make sure you're coming in at that 45. Don't come in at a 90. If you need to raise up your chair a little bit, you can raise your chair. Good, that's looking good. Yes, okay, now you're up against the back plate.
I'm not trying to.
I know. I'm just pointing it out so that you can see how to do it. All right, so part of that again is how you're holding it. I know you're trying. You're okay. So just find a different way to stabilize so that you don't have much, very far to go. So like even right here, see how I just kind of nestle my finger right in here? And then that way I can just put this up against my finger and come in. See that? And then there's not much room to move. Does that make sense? So that's what you have to do. And it's a process to learn that. All right, that's looking good. Except, okay, but look at how you're holding this. See how your thumb is all the way back here? Okay, look at how I hold this. You're back here. So while you have some good support here, you have no support here. But by coming up here, this is how I now have that control, so I'm not slipping all over the place. Okay? Okay, that's looking a little better. Good. But get your fingers over here. You've got to stabilize this hand. You're not stabilized at all. Hold up. Look, see, I could bounce you. Well, that's why you have other fingers. God was really smart when He made us. He gave us 5 of each. So we can use those. You can do it. You can do it. Just figure it out. You can do it. But somehow you need to get that hand stable.
Hey, Mommy.
Yes, baby.
I have a question. Does the blade ever break if you don't put enough
lubricant on it?
Yeah.
No.
If you were working.
No. The lubricant, Kiari, just makes it so that it glides a little bit easier as it's cutting.
Well, like it got.
Did you break it again?
It got stuck in one area, and I tried moving it up. Then all of a sudden, I hear bing.
Ah, you broke it again. I know. It's okay. Good. All right, so if we look at that, that looks really good. So now here's another tool, and this is called a bezel rocker. And what I like to do with the bezel rocker is, again, I'm going to come in at that same 45, and I'm just going to roll it around the stone. Right there, all the way around. Okay, now see how I'm resting my finger here? And then see how this is held in my hand here? Okay, so again, I have a very, very controlled movement as I rotate this bezel around.
Maybe I should have
See that?
put more lubricant on.
No, lubrication doesn't really have a lot to do with that.
It wouldn't have gotten stuck.
Okay, so now what do you need to do next? One more tool. Yep, there's your burnisher. Now keep in mind when you've got your burnisher, because we've got a small bezel here, you can come in like this. Here's where I would actually rotate this so that you can see kind of what you're doing. And notice how I put the back of my finger here, and see how very little of this comes out. So that way, if I accidentally slip, I'm not even gonna hit my back plate because so little is right here. Does that make sense? Mm-hmm. Okay.
The flower's bumpy.
The flower is bumpy, and we actually, part of it was not on purpose, but then we went back and we did it on purpose.
Right.
All right, so Gail, or Lori, you said, speaking of saw blades, what ones were you talking about the other day that you liked so much and you could tie them into a knot? They are called Super Pike. They're made by Grobet, and they are available at toolcandystore.com. So I talked with Kurt, he made sure that those are in stock and listed on the website. So they're the Super Pike, and they've been kind of awesome. I don't think that these are not the Super Pike. I need to put some Super Pikes in here for you. Is it? Oh, okay, so we have a little bit of reticulation on our bezel. That's all right. How can we clean that up? Thinking about what we did yesterday, what do you think we can use to clean that up? What do you think? Yeah, so we can actually use this particular one. This is a silicone. This is a fine silicone. It's only 1 millimeter thick, and where we've got that flat top on it, let's see, there we go. Where we've got that flat top, if we come in here, even if we bump up against this, it's not going to do any kind of damage. Right? Okay. So, Kasim, this, I'm assuming this is what you're talking about for holding our piece. This is a graver's ball. Yeah, so like, look, if you look at it, you see how, if you look at the light, see how it stars? It makes a star. That's what's called, that's what the star is. So, Kate, take this and just come in here and just gently go over that bezel right there, and that will smooth that right out. All right? All right, so this is where it's kind of nice to have, you know, some of your different tools. And be careful, we don't want it up against the stone, just on the bezel itself. So yeah, bring it in right there. Good, now, and just kind of go this way. Okay, now be careful not to hit that stone, because I think that it will do it, so. All right, JH, you asked if that is a propeller. I'm not quite sure what you're asking. Or else we've got a lot of weird people on here just putting in interesting things. So, I have no idea.
I can't get it.
Yeah, you can. You're doing it. I don't know how you say you're not getting it. You can't get it.
Can't get it.
All right. So, it looks like there's a bunch of you guys that are here on this video that are just trolling. And feel free to move right along, because we won't be answering any of the trolling questions or anything like that. So, yay, we got rated. How fun. Well, I hope you guys enjoy it, because all we are doing is making jewelry. So welcome. Whatever. Get a life, guys. Come on. All right, so yeah, there you go. So now what she's done is she's come in and she has smoothed out that bezel. Keep it moving. Go back and forth. There you go. Yeah, that looks good. All right. Yeah, Maria, I tend to agree. If people are going to troll, you know, what can you do? You can't control any of them. That looks fantastic, Kate. All right, so now what we are going to do is we have that stone set. What's that?
Stone.
Maybe a little bit, but you're okay. Even if you did, this one is such a soft abrasive. Yeah, even if you hit this one, it doesn't show. You look pretty good. All right, so anyway, so now that we have this, what we'll do is we just heat it back up with that heat gun, and we can remove it. All right, so here you go. What's that? Oh, you're still gonna burnish it? Well, you can't burnish it that way. I wouldn't hold it that way. Nope, don't hold it that way, honey. You're gonna scratch stuff. You hold it this way. Okay, so this is how we wanna hold that. Nope, you're holding it like this. We're not holding it like this. You have no control. You have to hold it like this. All right? All right, there you go. And be very careful. Okay, but again, your hand is free floating out here. You really need to come in and stabilize it up against your piece somehow. Okay? There you go. All right. Well, hopefully you guys, oh, let's see. I guess it would help for me to show you what she's doing. So let me show you guys that. So Kate, again, you're all the way down here. Let go, please. What you need to do is you've got to come up here so that you can actually give some pressure. So see how I'm right here up against underneath my stone, right there, right? And that way then I can put this right here up against the stone, and that bezel is not touching the stone. We're only working on that bezel, but I'm able to get in nice and tight to that. Right? There you go. All right, what do you think? Okay, so then the next thing that we need to do now is we need to gently remove this from our thermal lock that we have in here. Okay, and the thermal lock is, again, it's just gonna warm up. So what we're going to do here is we'll just take this, and I'm going to avoid where that stone is. So I'm just going to warm back up right here around the edges that we have moved over. Okay, and it won't take very long because I did not put it in very tight at all in any of the areas. All right, and there we go. So now I find that I still have a little bit of thermal lock right here. So I'm just gonna warm it up and knock it off. Okay, so there we
Could
go.
you warm somebody up with that thing?
Probably. Not very much though, because it's only got just the one little,
Yeah, but
one
like
little
just
piece.
in one area.
All right. Well, you might be kind of a nice French for him, but I don't kind of get that feeling from you, Frank. So I don't know. Okay, so now her pendant is done. I think that we need to spend a little bit of time, so I guess we're not done, but we need to spend a little bit of time polishing the back of this piece, right? And then maybe spend a little bit of time here on that back plate. But other than that, Kate, it looks wonderful. So let me show you guys how this looks. Let's pull it to this camera. Wait, no, don't put that there, honey. So look at this, you guys. And hopefully you guys can see kind of that jelly quality of the stone that I was telling. Yeah, it looks kind of like jelly.
Yeah, like a big ball thing.
Yeah, isn't that kind of fun?
I want to see this die again.
And really, you guys, if this forum of yours, that's this French community, you guys are welcome to be here. I don't mind, as long as you are polite. But yeah, all right, so there's that piece. Way to go, Kate. Give me 5. Oh, that was a weak 5. My goodness. Okay, so the next thing then you need to do, and you get to do this on your own this time, you need to warm that up and you need to get this piece mounted. And this time we're gonna try a little different setting method. Okay, so go ahead and warm that back up.
Do they understand you?
I don't know. Suzanne, I agree. This is totally, well, not this one, but the little Diggazy one, totally a classic design. And then she has decided what we're gonna do is we'll hang a couple of jump rings and we'll hang it that way so that it can attach to the chain that way. Now I'm totally off my game. Today is just an off day, you guys. So anyway, you do this. I'm gonna go grab another tool that I wanna try for setting this, okay?
Just see your face.
I know, that's fine. I'll put it down here for her. Okay, so test that to see if it's warm enough yet. Is it soft enough to be able to move? And you don't want to cover it. You only want to just come in enough to move them. Okay, so that's covering it. We don't want to totally cover it. We just want to come in enough that it will hold it into place. So you just kind of come up around the edge and start to come over the top. Yeah, just like that. Yeah, I think that'll be really good.
I can get it.
Okay. All right, so now let's let that harden for just a second. Scoot on over because I want to show these guys something here real quick. So yesterday, I don't remember who it was, saw on Facebook when I posted that the girls were working here in the studio. And I showed a little video of Kiari doing her piercing. And one of the things that the lady noticed was that Kiara was having a hard time seeing around these little nuts that we have, the little wing nuts here. And she said, you know, I took them and moved them to the other side, which is what I've done. So they are now on the left-hand side, which makes it somewhat awkward because I don't have it here on my right, and I'm right-handed and I'm used to tightening here on my right. So it's a little different for me now. That's a good ping. Okay, so yeah, normally the nuts are here on the right, but when you are sawing, like for me, I tend to look here on the left side of my blade. I don't look at the right side. So by moving these over, now I have a clear view of what I'm piercing. But it does make it a little bit difficult when I'm trying to tighten these up.
And because
Here
they
you go, Smitty.
were on the
It could be easier to
because they
tighten
were on the right side. Was it on the right side or left side?
Well, it depends on which way you look at it. If they're looking at it this way, then they're on the right side. But when you're tightening it, when you're loading your blade and stuff, now they're on your left side.
Okay.
All right? Is that hard enough?
If it was on this side, it would keep hitting my finger.
It would hit your fingers, huh? Yeah, I've had that problem too. Okay,
But
so.
it doesn't anymore.
You know what, and Sherry, yeah, the green line is designed for it so that it's easier for people who are left-handed. I agree. But we're right-handed in our place. Go ahead and put it in. It's too big. Like your bezel is far too tall for our stone. Push it in. Go ahead and push it in because I'm going to have you try a setting that my friend Ginger Meek Allen does.
Is that the person who told us to switch this thing?
No. All right, so the stone that we're using, the stone, is a dichroic glass. And she wanted to have something that had kind of a pink hue to it. And we didn't have any good stones that were pink, that were big. And so we found this one, and it has green, yellow, and a pinky purple to it. So it's kind of cool on that. All right, so what we're going to do is we are going to just kind of start pinching it in rather than laying it down the way that we do on the other bezels, because this is far too tall. In order for this stone to have worked with this bezel, we should have lifted it, right?
So why didn't we lift it?
Because I wanted to try this other setting. That's a good reason, right? So what I have here is I have a bunch of chasing tools, and we are going to use one that is a thin line. This would be a good one. These are actually called a liner. So if you're doing some chasing and repoussé, this is what you would use to create lines and shapes and things like that in your studio. Now we also have a chasing hammer. Chasing hammers are meant to hit metal tools. So a lot of times people don't realize that, and they will buy a chasing hammer thinking that they're going to be using it as a planishing hammer. But a chasing tool really is meant to hammer your tools. So what we're going to do on this one, Kate, is we're going to rest it right here. Which one, where do you, let's see, it doesn't really matter. Okay, so what I'm going to do is notice that, look at how I have a hold of this. Look at my hand. See this? See how I'm totally supported and I'm resting right here? And that allows me to bring this in here and rest this here. And I'm just going to bring that in. See that? Mm-hmm. And what's going to happen is as we do this, it's going to scallop and it's going to look like petals. All right, so I think maybe what we should do is do one in the middle of each petal. So see how we've done it right there in the middle of that one? So come over here and I want you to do that there. It does not take much at all, okay? Yes, right there is fine. Actually, wait, do this. Come over here and let's come on the opposite side. Yes, there you go. Now get your thumb, what's your thumb doing up there? There you go, hold your hammer like a hammer, girlfriend. Come on, how do you hold a hammer? There we go, okay.
Hammer it like that.
Come up right here like this. Well then change the way you're holding your hammer, ding-a-ling.
Oh, I just can't hammer it like this. I need to be like over here.
Okay, well then do it this way. But still, you need to support your piece. Hold on to this now and put it into place. However you need to do it, but don't make it awkward. Well, figure it out. Come on. You've got this. All right, there you go. And again, you want to come in to kind of at that 45-degree angle. There you go, but you want to come in at the 45. Go ahead and bring it down to that stone. Well, you got to actually hit it. There you go. Okay, we'll go with that for right now. Now come here and do it again. Keep coming. Okay, and let's go here. Okay, so did you see how I kind of brought it up a little bit? Do it right here again. Keep going. And a little more. There you go. Hang on, are we in the right spot? I guess we are now. Go. A little harder, honey. Okay, and back to this one. A little harder. And we want to bring that up. Okay, so what that gives us, I don't know if you guys can see this or not. Now, a little bit you can. So now we've got this little scalloped look to it. That is enough to hold in our stone. We could leave that with the 5. Do you want to leave it with the 5, or do you want to add more? You don't want to add more? So what I would do then, hand me this please, the hammer. So what I would do here, so you guys can see what I'm doing, I would bring this in and just make sure that it comes up and around that stone. Okay, and it's not very, I'm not hitting this hard. Okay, I'm not hitting this hard at all. Just a second, baby. Now, my ball is moving on me quite a bit, and I'm gonna lock this so that it does not move. So it no longer spins, because that was getting kind of annoying for me. All right, and I'm just tightening up where it touches that stone. Okay.
I don't know how to get this thing out of the swirl.
You're right, that it would be a hard thing. So let me show you. So Kiari has pierced the little swirl. To get this out, Kiari, what you would do is you'll put your saw frame here. Let's see. There we go. Put our saw frame here. You undo the top one and you slide it out. Dang, baby, you did an amazing job. Look at that, you guys.
I even went into the black part because I don't know.
That's okay. That's what you were supposed to do.
Yeah, but it was just all completely black. So then I was just like, you know what? I'll do a little bit of swirl on the black.
You did an amazing job. Look at this, you guys. Look at that. Holy cow. I think we got our next piercing
It's so
artist
fun.
here. It is fun, isn't it? So it's kind of funny. I remember when I first learned how to pierce. Oh, it was horrible. And I don't know if it's that I had bad blades, I just didn't have good form, or what. You know, nobody, I'm trying to think. I guess somebody did show me at least how to hold the frame. I mean, my first project, we cut jump rings with a jeweler's saw. And that was kind of the first thing we ever did. And I remember when I went to the University of Akron, because they had a metals program there, and so I went and took a couple of classes when I was first getting started, and there was a girl in there and she would do the most intricate and beautiful pierced work, and I was like, you're crazy, you are nuts. And she goes, no, she says, keep doing it. You will either absolutely fall in love with it or you will absolutely hate it, but you will know for sure. And I fell in love, but I love
it.
I don't think I started off this good. I think you're amazing. Way to go, baby. Nicely done, honey.
It's the same with me. Flute.
I don't know. Here, come here.
And we just got the top.
Your saw. I don't know if I tightened that up enough for you. It could be a little tighter.
Well,
what?
It's the same thing as what I had for the flute. You put in the work and then she just got the talent.
Yeah. Yep. I had to work hard for playing my instruments. I like playing music instruments. I'm just not very good at it. I play a really mean piano though. So it means it's really good. So Kiari, they are telling you that you did a really great job.
Yay.
Yeah, so good job. All right, so Kate, the next thing then, at this point your stone is set. It's not moving, it's not ever gonna come out. It's a different type of setting, right? And it actually looks really kind of cool. It goes very well with your piece, okay? And I especially like that we did it on the opposite sides of the flower. Okay, so what I would do now, oh, you know what? We need to clean this up a little bit too, right there. So take the micromotor and clean that up, okay? So just like you did on the other one, only this one's gonna be easier because it's such a big surface that you're able to do this on. So go ahead and just rotate that and just kind of clean that up a little bit. There you go, yep, and you just want to keep moving it around. So what we had right there was just a little bit of solder that was left over from when we did our when we did our bezel, when we soldered that together. You got that? You're switching your foot to do it left-handed, huh? So yeah, Louise, and I can't say that this is my creation at all. So like I said, my friend Ginger Meek Alan does a lot of these too. Oh, so Lori says that when she started, she would hold the saw frame so tight that it would hurt your hand. And you know what? That's an important thing right there, is how you hold that frame. Kate is working hard today, isn't she, Maria? She's definitely getting her workout. And you know, I made them do quite a bit after we ended the show yesterday too. So they've been troopers. They've been really good so far. So are you a stormtrooper? Oh, good.
Stormtrooper.
There you go. Good job, Kate. All right, so now that you're done with that, or when you feel like you're happy with that, then heat your piece back up and we will pull it out, okay? So what would be left from here? What do you think we would need to do after this point? What do you think? Silence. She's concentrating too much. So from here, what I would do is go back and finish up the polish a little bit. The one piece she could actually throw into a tumbler, the one with the dichroic glass. She could throw that into a tumbler. The glass is hard enough that a rotary tumbler is not going to hurt it at all. Because I don't know what this stone is, I would not throw it into a tumbler because we do not know its hardness. If it is truly a lemon quartz, then I probably could and get away with it, but I would say we are not going to risk it. And there's enough other different tools here that we can use to do that. And so tomorrow we will actually go through some of those different tools. I will show you, because like I said, this is supposed to be my JCK week where I was supposed to do nothing but Fordham. So tomorrow I will bring out some different tools and show you guys like the difference between the brushes, the silicone, the rubber, all of those different things. And we'll talk a little bit about that, and we can polish up a couple of these pieces as well. Good. Now see if you can just start to pry it up. Like if you can pry this up. Whoop, there we go. Woohoo! Slippery. It's back here in the back. I know, I keep doing that too. This piece is warm. All right, so let me show you guys our pieces here that Kate has just finished. Oh, that is a hot piece now.
I was pushing too hard.
Did you break it again? I'm gonna start making you buy saw blades.
And she...
I know it was an accident. You're just learning, it's okay. But there's our two pieces. Let's see, there we go. And like I said, this one in person, like I guess you can kind of see it, but in person, hang on, Kiari, the background of this is a really pretty pinky purple color.
I was also doing the square.
Nice, you were doing the square, huh? Or the rectangle?
So far I've been doing
All right.
kind of good.
What do you think, Kate?
I think you're good.
So far we've talked about bezel setting, we've done a lot of things. What has been your favorite thing that we have done? Oh, nice job, Kiari.
I don't know.
It's looking pretty good. Oh, come on, you've got to know what your favorite thing is. Kiari, what has been your favorite thing that we have done so far? Because we've now done 51 of these things. This one's your favorite? Is that because it's brand new and you're excited about it?
No, soldering.
Sawing?
Also, we haven't done 51
Sawing is
things.
fun.
Sawing is fun. What,
We've
Kate?
done 51 days, not 51 things.
You're right, we've done 51 days, but still, I mean, we've done different things every one of those days, right?
Hi, 34 people watching.
Okay, all right, so we are now done with Kate's project, and Kiari finished up her rainbow. So really the only thing that they need to do now is,
and chain.
yep, we just need to add our
one
chains
is
and
it?
things like that. Things like that.
Is it?
Things like that.
Things like that.
Which one is
So it's the 5/0. It's this one right here. Yes, hang on.
Which way do you twist?
Excuse me. All right, so
Forward?
yes. It's pretty tight, isn't it?
We need to do the giveaway now.
We do need to do our giveaway. All right, so let's do the giveaway. I want you to, what I'm going to do is I'm going to give you guys each give me a number. I will add them together and divide it by 2, so it'll be our average. You could do that if you want.
10.
Okay, so Kiara gives me number 10. Kate, what do you give me?
16.
Okay,
So that's what I kept rolling on my D20 the other day.
all right, so 26 divided by 2 is what? You two tell me. 26 divided by 2.
Oh.
Can you figure it out? Okay, so think about it. What is, okay, 6 divided by 2. If you cut 6 in half, what is it?
3.
3. And if you take 20 and you 20 in half, what is it?
10.
Okay, so if you add 10 and 3 together, what do you have?
5.
What? Don't think so.
10 and 3.
10 plus 3.
13.
13. Where's our list? Okay, so our winner is number 13.
Negotiate.
I don't know if we could have Negotiator be the winner, but he totally can be. So, Tom, you win again. That's too funny. So, congratulations, Tom, for being the winner for the second time.
What's funny about that?
Because he already won once.
Oh.
And so part of his prize is going to be the same as what he had before. So, tell you guys what, let's do another one. We'll do 2. So give me another number.
20.
Okay?
How about this? We'll do
Okay, now out of like 47.
42.
42. Okay, so 20 and 42, right? So what is 20 plus 42?
Any paper?
What's, okay, here. Hand me this.
No, show them the paper.
No.
They couldn't really see it.
So
20.
20 plus 42. What is that? I think Tom must be stuffing the ballot box. I don't know. I mean, because what we did was we put all of the names in a list, and I went out to randomizer.org. I stick the whole list in there, and I did, what did we do? 4 or 5 times?
62.
62. Now divide 62 by 2. There you go. Do you remember how to do it that way? It actually works better if you could do it like this. 62 divided by 2. How many times? Okay. So, but what we did, we took the whole list. She did say it. So what is it?
31.
31. All right, so let's see who is at 31. If it's Tom, I'm going to die. It is not. It's Kasim. So in Scotland.
Who is Tom?
She's in Scotland, so it's Kasim that wins.
Where is he negotiating?
Oh, she totally thought school was out. No, it is so not out. We are going to do all kinds of stuff. Matter of fact, I got tutoring all set up and everything. Poor kids. Yeah, I know. They thought they were busy during school. Summer's going to be way busy, huh?
No.
Yeah, so I was telling you guys, beginning of the video, you know, the girls thought that they got to sleep in. No, we get up at like 6:30 now, and we get up, first thing we do, and we go out for a walk every morning, and then they come home, get breakfast, and then off to gymnastics.
No.
As soon as gymnastics done, we come live. What's that?
For this morning.
Go to sleep.
Yes. Well, thank you, Frank, for trying to help her. She's working on it for sure. She's doing pretty good. You with your math. Yeah, Frank was trying to give you the answers.
This morning I came back and went back to sleep though.
Well, Kasim, I'm so glad then that I get to be your first gift giver for a giveaway. So thank you for joining us, and thank you for being here. So Kasim and Frank, Frank, I'm sorry, you did not win. But Tom, you did win. And I just need your address. I'll send you another email. So, and then we'll just put your 2 winnings together because I'm behind and have not sent out your winnings yet. All right, you guys. As a matter of fact, it's good timing because Kiara, you need to go upstairs, get your cello ready because your teacher's about to call. And my mic is about to die. So it's perfect timing. right? All right, you guys, thank you so much for joining us today. Tomorrow, join us again. We are going to be talking polishing. That is what tomorrow will be, polishing.
Everybody. Have a happy unicorn day.
I hope you all heard that.
And bunny day.
And bunny day, because we can't forget checkers. Have a wonderful day, you guys. We will talk with you soon. See you tomorrow.